Hi Soumya, hi SR Killer. Guys, can you hear me? If you can, please say so. You can hear me, right? Hello. Hi Soumya, hi SR Killer. Hello. Hi Soumya, hi SR Killer, guys. Yep, I think you can hear me. If we face any difficulty, let me know. So, a very good afternoon, Chilla Party. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing okay because we are meeting after a long time. Okay, so I am Bhavana Bisht. If you're new to this, in the past 3+ years, I have completed my master's in botany, and today we are going to see the topic atoms and molecules. It is the third session today for atoms and molecules. Hi. Okay, guys. Is my video buffering? Hi V H G F F G H D D D G. Okay, you can hear me, right? Yeah. Aj we will have to adjust because just now at 1 o'clock the light went out. So thoda sa adjust. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so what has Unacademy to offer you? So guys, if you're not a part of Unacademy Plus yet, you should be. Why? Because first, it is the cheapest and the most quality education that you are going to get in the market right now. But why should we join? Because you have live classes for all the subjects daily, followed by weekly quizzes, doubt solving live classes, practice questions, and test series. Everything at your fingertips. That is right. But wait, ma'am, wait. We also heard there's something called as iconic subscription. You heard absolutely right. So we have something called as iconic subscription where you get a personal mentor who is there to guide you. Yes. Then we also have live out sessions followed by parent connect. That is right. Your parents are fully aware of your progresses or your feedback and everything. And they are in loop with how your studies are going on and how is your development taking place. Plus a study planner, because tell me who does not require it. We are always all the time so confused कि should I read this, should I read this, ये पढ़ के हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, what is happening? And that is why we need a study planner, and that is all offered to you in iconic subscription. So do not think twice, guys. So these are the plans for iconic subscription. Okay, and if you like me, if you know me and you know you understand me, you can use my code that is BBLive10, BBLIVE10, and you can get up to 10% off. You'll get a flat 10% off on your fees. Okay, understood. Hi Legend God, hello. So this one slide gives you all the information that you require, or the coming batches, upcoming batches, done already batches. But we don't understand English. If अगर आपको English नहीं समझ में आती है, you can watch sessions in Hindi. And guys, if you don't understand Hindi, you can watch the sessions in English. So there is no language barrier. You can just go for it, okay? Let's do it. Hi, little technical. Hello. So let's continue with today's topic, that is atoms and molecules. So in the last session, but before beginning the session, you know the ritual, right? What do? We take a deep breath. Come on. And let's begin. Let's crack it. So always the session starts with the one and only question that, ma'am, what is an atom? Yes. So anybody? What is an atom? Till then, let's move. Okay, so today we are starting with a topic called as ions. And I am damn sure everybody is hella confused. Yaar, what is this ion? I never understand what is cation, what is an ion. So let's jump into it today. Okay, so first, to know what is an ion, we need to know what are the components of my atom? Yes, yes, ma'am. So what do? We take a pen, we take a nice color, and we draw a circle. Yeah, the best circle that we can draw. So this is the inner circle. Okay, pardon me for my circle. Okay, so at the center of the atom, I have a nucleus. I know my nucleus contains something called as neutrons plus protons. Absolutely correct. Surrounding the nucleus, I have orbitals, I have orbits in which my electrons are revolving, right? Yes, ma'am. So my electrons are present in the orbitals. But did you know that these orbitals also have name? Yes, they do. So I have the nucleus. The nearest orbit towards the nucleus is called as the K shell. The second one is called as the L, then M and N shell. And all of these shells have a particular capacity. उससे ज़्यादा electrons they cannot take. They cannot take electrons more than that. So for example, the maximum capacity of the K shell is 2 electrons. The maximum capacity of L shell is 8 electrons. M is 18 or 8 electrons. And over here it is 32 electrons. That is right. So ma'am, what is its relation with the number of ions? So we all know that the number of electrons and the number of protons in an atom is equal, right? So if I have 11 protons, I will have electron that is 11 in number. Right, ma'am. But can you tell me whose electronic number is 11? Yeah. Anybody can tell me who is 11? The element whose atomic number is 11? Yes. So this is better than the last one. Okay. So 11 atomic number is of sodium. That is right. That is Na. So I have 11 protons in the nucleus. Very good. So now what do I have, ma'am? What do I have? Let's draw the number of electrons. So I will have 11 electrons in the orbits. So K shell always has only 2 electrons. So 1, 2. K shell has 8 electrons, so let's draw them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons, right? So 2 plus 8 is 10. Now only 1 electron is remaining, and which will go into the next shell because the limit of K and L is full. They cannot take any more electrons. And over here, lie last electron. Right? So now, I know that the maximum capacity of K is 2, L is 8, and M is 8 or 18. So over here, for Na, what is better, guys? What is better? To gain 7 electrons to make a stable octet? Yeah, to get 8 electrons in the M shell. No, ma'am, it can directly give away one electron, right? It can give away one electron. My electronic configuration will become 2A. That is the nearest noble gas configuration. And my sodium will be happy, isn't he? Yes, exactly. And that is what my sodium does. He gives away this one electron, this one pyara sa electron to become stable, to become to the nearest noble gas configuration. So it becomes 2, 8. That's right. But ma'am, now the number of protons in the nucleus are 11 protons and the number of electrons are 10 electrons. Who is more? I have one extra proton in comparison with the electron. Yes, absolutely right, ma'am. So what should I do? What should I do? Yes, so I just write Na plus. Yes, and this is how we get the formation of an ion. Clear? Now, for example, any XYZ element loses 2 electrons, right? So it will have 2 extra protons in the nucleus, and that XYZ element will have 2 plus ka symbol. That signifies 2 extra protons in the nucleus. There can be another thing also. What, man? What can be another? Hi, Messiah. Hello. What can be the other case? The other case can be that the atom over here gains electrons. Yes, it gains electron. So can you give me any example which gains electrons? Think. Chlorine? Do you think chlorine? Yeah. Ah, yes, ma'am. Right. So let's draw chlorine. So I have 17 protons, 17 electrons. So in the outermost shell, 2 electrons over here, 8 electrons over here. So 10 and 7 electrons in the outermost shell. Yes, K maximum capacity is 2 electron. L maximum capacity is 8. And in the M it can, oh, if only one electron comes to chlorine, it is going to attain the nearest noble gas configuration of 2, 8, 8 and it is going to become stable. Yes, absolutely right. So what is chlorine going to do? It is going to catch any lonely electron that he is going to get. तो ये जो electron अभी Na ने बाहर फेंका था, yes, he lost one electron. This electron is staying, and over here I get one more electron, and this becomes 8 electrons, right? So over here, ma'am, but एक tension है. Now I have 18 electrons and I have 17 protons in the nucleus. One electron is more, so my chlorine is going to have a partial negative charge, and that is why we write Cl minus. That is why we write Cl minus. Understood? Why? Because one electron is greater, and if I write Cl2 minus, in this sense 2 electrons are more in comparison to the number of protons in the atom. An atom loses electrons. Yes. Yep. So it is going to have a positive charge. So any ion which has a positive charge, any element which has a positive charge, it becomes an ion. But kaun sa wala ion, ma'am? It becomes a cation. It becomes a cation. And anything with a negative charge will become an anion. Understood? Yes. Now, if you are like me who gets confused in remembering कि यार positive वाला प्लस होता है या नेगेटिव वाला क्या क्या मतलब कौन सा कटायन पॉजिटिव होता है कि अनायन पॉजिटिव होता है, या यू गेट कंफ्यूज्ड इन दैट. सो द बेस्ट ट्रिक इज, कैन यू सी द टी ऑफ कटायन? It looks like plus, right? It looks like the positive charge. So I can remember my cation always has a positive charge, then automatically my anion is going to have a negative charge. Clear? Yes, that's right, Mr. Messiah. Become stable? Yes, absolutely right. What is chlorine going to do? It is going to catch any. Okay. So I have my ion. A negatively charged ion is called as anion. The positively charged ion is called as a cation. Okay. So cation again, when an atom loses electrons. When an atom loses electrons is when I get cation, and when an atom gains electron is when I become an anion. Clear? Yes. So the best example is of NaCl, which we just saw. Na has what? 2, 8, 1. It requires no, it just loses this 1 electron. Over here I have chlorine, yes, who has 2, 8, 7, and if I give 1 electron over here, it is going to become 2, 8, 8, the nearest noble gas configuration, and voila, it is going to become a anion, because he will gain 1 electron, right? So I get Na plus and I get Cl minus. But ma'am, wait. Just now what happened? They became plus and minus, right? Yeah. And we know that opposites attract. So what do I get? I get a formation of NaCl compound, which is nothing but our table salt. Yes? Clear? Understood? And whenever there is bonding between a positive and a negative ion, it is called as ionic bonding. Okay, just for your knowledge. So, okay. Got you. Na is a metal, Cl is a non-metal. Whenever that happens, I get ionic bonding. Okay, ma'am. Okay. But how do I know that the chemical formula that you wrote, NaCl, why is it NaCl only? Why is it not ClNa? Or LCAN, right? Why it has to be written in that particular format only? That is because there are rules set by organization, international organization, taki all over the world, each and every chemical, each and every compound, each and every element is known by that particular name and nothing else. Okay, so always remember, you need to remember the symbolic representation. For example, if I need to write hydrogen, I'm just going to write H. If I want to write sodium, I'm not going to write sodium, I'm just going to write Na. Similarly, K stands for potassium, Ag stands for silver, Au stands for gold, right? Yes, so all of these are symbolic representations of the elements. So that is the first thing that is required to write a chemical formula. Yes. Hi guys, Menti will be there in the next session. That is the last week of November. Yes. The second part that we need to remember is the guys, can you hear me? You can hear me, you can see me better than before? Yes? Everybody. Yeah, now it's better. So, now the valency is the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit, but it is also called as the combining capacity of element. Why? Because my chlorine had 7 electrons in the outermost orbit. So, ma'am, the valency will be 7, na? No. Why? Can it give away all the 7 electrons? No, it will be very difficult to give away all the 7 electrons. So, it is better. Now, I take 1 electron and I complete the octet with 8 electrons. Right? So I need just 1 electron to complete my outermost shell, and that is why the valency of chlorine is 1 electron, right? So this is what happens. Okay. So Na has the valency of 1, Cl has the valency of 1, and how do we know it is not Na2Cl2, it is not NaCl2? Because when we write the corresponding valencies, then we just cross it, guys. We just cross multiply it, so it goes over here, this comes over here, and what do I get? Na ke pass 1, Cl ke pass 1. But do we write 1? We understand when we don't write 1 also, right? So it is NaCl. So this is how I got the chemical formulae of sodium chloride. Understood? So you need to write the valencies, just cross it over, and you will get the correct formula with the correct valencies. Okay? So valency can be used to find out how the atoms of an element will combine with the atoms of other element to form a chemical compound. Sometimes when elements have more than one valencies, they are also shown in Roman alphabets. For example, Fe2 or Fe3. This also you will find. These are again the valencies. Some of the common valencies that you have in your syllabus are sodium 1, and that is why it is Na plus, right? Similarly, can you see magnesium? Magnesium has 2 electrons which he gives away, right? So now I have 2 protons extra in the nucleus, and that is why you can see the valency as 2 plus. Understood? Yes, so these are some of the examples that you need to remember. Whenever it is negative, always remember it is gaining an electron, and that is why it has a negative charge on it. Okay, so it is an ion. Another important fact is the valencies or charges of the ion must be balanced. And as I told you, we had Na, which is a metal. We had chlorine, which is a non-metal. And whenever ऐसी वाली जोड़ी जब बनाता है, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to write the name of the metal first, and then the name of the non-metal is going to come, and that is why I don't write chlorine sodide or sodium or something like that. Do we write this? No, it is wrong, because the metal comes first, so it becomes sodium chloride. Understood? So whenever I have 2 different elements which come together to form a compound, I call it as a binary compound. I call it as a binary compound. Okay, now let's see some of the examples. So we have hydrogen chloride. The valency of hydrogen is 1. We all know that. The valency of chlorine is 1. Arre ma'am, humko pata hai. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cross multiply it, and I get the answer as HCl. So what will be the formula for hydrogen sulfide? Anybody can tell me in the comment section? Anybody? Okay, chalo, let's see first. Keyword is my sulfur. Can you see sulfur here? Can you see sulfur? Can you see sulfur? Can you see sulfur, guys? Can you? Yes, sulfide, hydrogen sulfide. It is -2. Can you see? Yes. So if you don't remember, you just go back to the slide. Do not hesitate, because we all are here to learn. So I have hydrogen, whose valency is 1. I have sulfide, whose that is sulfur, whose valency is -2. I just cross multiply it. And I get the answer as H2S. But ma'am, over here it is negative. Now why didn't you write H minus 2S? Because when I'm writing chemical formula, it does not matter whether it is a cation or an ion. You do not write the signs. Okay, so it just becomes H2S. So another one that we have is aluminium oxide. So aluminium oxide, again, the valency of aluminium is 3. The valency of oxygen is 2. So they just cross multiply with each other, and I get Al2O3. Understood? Yes. Then calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is an amazing example, guys. Why? Because calcium ka valency is 2. Oxide ka valency is also 2. Oxygen ka valency is also 2. And when I cross multiply, I get Ca2O2. I get Ca2O2. But ma'am, wait. Just 2 and 2. Can we do something about it? Yes! I can write it as a simple whole number. In the sense, or I can divide it till we get the littlest amount over there, and that is going to be 2 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, and I'll get 1. So it will become CaO. Understood? And this is the chemical formula for calcium oxide. Clear? Yes, this is how you do it. And the signs, as I told you earlier, the signs are not to be written in the chemical formula. Okay, everybody clear till here? Okay. So now we are going to start with a very interesting topic, and that is we are going shopping. And you heard it absolutely correct. We are going shopping. And what are we going to shop, ma'am? What are we going to shop? If I tell you I want bananas, so or I want lychees, or let's say I want that corn. Can you see the corn over there? Yes. Can you see the tomatoes over here? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Can you see coriander over here? Yes, ma'am. So can you please go and shop it for me? Yeah. How your mama किसे करती है? कुछ काम नहीं करता. You do not work. Go outside and bring me something, right? Yes. And we have to go and bring stuff. But can you ever go to a shopkeeper and be like, मुझे 1 दर्जन प्याज दे दो? You give me 1 dozen of onions. Do you ever do that? No. I always use the word dozen for my bananas. So in a dozen, I get 12 bananas. That is right. Yes, ma'am. Hi, N gamer. So 12 bananas in 1 dozen. So half a dozen is going to consist of 6 bananas. Yes, ma'am. This is what we have been learning since ages. Yeah, barabar. Then if I say a pair of shoes, so you're not going to consider na a pair in the sense एक pair के shoes लाने हैं. नहीं ना, एक pair in the sense one leg का shoe लाना है. No, I'm always going to know a pair consists of 2 shoes. Yes, ma'am, ये भी बराबर है. When I say a decade, how many years come into your mind? 5 years? 50 years? No, a decade entails for 10 years. Yes, ma'am, this all is correct. So what are you trying to say? These all the numbers, these all the entities that we use to describe these numbers are good. But have you ever seen the number of atoms that are present? Even if you go and buy a book, if you say 1 दर्जन book दे दो भैया जी, हमको पढ़ाई करनी है, बहुत पढ़ाई करनी है, and he is going to give you 12 books. But if you go and want to find out how many atoms are present in this one cover of the book, how are you going to find it? And if you do, how are you going to know how much it is? Yes, because when you go to a bead shop for your work experience class and you ask the shopkeeper, Bhaiya ji meko beads de do na. Yeah, I want these amazing chumky. Yes, glitter. And he'll be like, will you be like, 1 dozen de do? No. Will you be like, आधा किलो दे दो? No, because both आधा किलो is very much, and dozen, वो बेचारा दुकान वाला will be so bored counting them because they are so teeny tiny. So they just directly weigh it in grams and they give it to you, right? Yes. That is right, ma'am. Similarly, my atoms are so small that I need to quantify them. But I cannot give them grams or dozens because they cannot be seen with naked eyes. They need to be seen under a microscope. So what do? You don't need to do anything because we had an amazing human who was called as Avogadro, and he gave us the Avogadro's number. And that is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23. That is correct. 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 is the Avogadro's number, and this Avogadro's number is our savior. Now you don't be like na ki 10 raised to 23 and don't go and write 23 zeros one after the other because I don't know about you, but I cannot count. I lose count somewhere in the middle and like kitne zero the, kitne zero ho gaye. Never happens. Okay, so we have the Avogadro's number. Earlier it was denoted as Na, but now it is denoted as No. Okay, and not. For anything which is common, we generally use the term not, that is 0. So Na, that is Avogadro's number, has been shifted to Avogadro's constant, that is No0. Okay, and this is the man of the hour, Avogadro himself. Okay, I understood that I will use Avogadro's number to calculate the number of atoms. Yes, you got it absolutely right. But, ma'am, how am I supposed to count these many zeros of an atom? Huh? How is it even possible? Yeah. So can we do some relation? Can we do some relation here and there? Yes, we can. So it was found out that 1 mole of a substance is equals to as many elementary particles. It can be atoms, molecules, ions, as there are in 12 grams of carbon 12. Again, carbon 12. That is right. So when they took 12 grams of carbon 12, yes, right, and they found out that the number of atoms are 1 mole. And how much is 1 mole, guys? How much is 1 mole? So 1 mole of any species is the quantity in number having a mass equals to an atomic or molecular mass in grams. What? So do you remember atomic mass? Do you remember atomic mass? We write it as unified mass, that is U, right? Right? So for example, hydrogen, the atomic mass is 1U. So when you write this atomic mass, which is in unified mass, just write it in grams. When you just write it in grams, you get something. You get something called H 1 mole. So 1 mole of hydrogen is going to get 1 gram of hydrogen. That is absolutely right. But ma'am, Janak, I remember this 1 gram is also called as something. This 1 gram is also called as something. Yes, it is. And it is called as the molar mass. So hydrogen, the atomic mass is 1 units. Yes, ma'am. So when I write this as 1 gram, this becomes my molar mass. When I just change the unit 2 grams, it becomes molar mass, and in U, it is my atomic mass. Understood? Yes. And that is why 1 mole of hydrogen is going to be 1 gram. That is it. Many of you get confused in this step, and I hope it is clear to you now. Okay, so what is the relation between mass and the mole? So the atomic mass of an element gives us the mass of an atom of the element in atomic mass units, that is U, right? So that unit, when converted into grams, becomes the molar mass. Yes, and the mass of 1 mole of a substance, the mass of 1 mole of a substance is equals to its relative atomic mass in grams. That is the molar mass. Clear? So 1 mole of a substance is equals to its molar mass. Okay, I hope it is utterly, butterly, deliciously clear. To get the mass of 1 mole of an atom of that element, that is the molar mass, we take the same numerical value but change the units from U to G. Okay, so same way I had water, I had hydrogen plus oxygen, that is 2 plus 16, giving me 18 unit masses of relative atomic mass. When I write it in 80 as 18 grams, when I convert the unit from U to G, it becomes the molar mass. So how much? My 1 mole of water has how many? How many grams? How many grams? Very easy now. 1 mole of water is going to have how many? 18 grams of water. That is right. And what is, how much is 1 mole, ma'am? How much is 1 mole? Yeah, how many molecules will I have in 1 mole of water? You are going to have 1 mole is equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water. Clear? Why molecules? Because water is a molecule. If it would be have been an element, like for example sodium, so you could have written atoms. If it is an ion, you can write ions. Depending on what you're dealing with, you can change the name, because any quantity of 1 mole always contains 6.02 into 10 raised to 23. Number of particles, it can be anything. No guys, today we don't have a Menti. So this is here 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 of that particle gives me 1 mole of that particle. It can be atoms, molecules or ions, and that is nothing but the relative mass of those particles in grams. That is my molar mass. Okay, this is the definition of your molar mass. So are we ready to do some mole concept ka numericals? Let's do some numericals. Yeah, I will request all of you to get your pens and your books so we can solve. Hi MD Shaber, I can see my face, bacha. Just refresh or something. Okay, let's start with the first question, and that is calculate the number of moles in 52 grams of helium. So first, we always write down what is the given data to us, right? And given over here is mass of helium. How much mass of helium is given to us, guys? We have been given 52 grams. Absolutely right, ma'am. But wait, what is the atomic relative atomic mass of helium? Yeah, do you remember? The relative atomic mass of helium is 4 units, right? So when I convert the relative atomic mass into molar mass, can I convert this? Yes, ma'am, you can. You just have to write 4 grams and voila, you get the molecular you get the molar mass. Very good. Now what do I need to calculate? I need to calculate the number of moles. So whenever we need to calculate the number of moles, always remember, write down the formula. So the formula is number of moles is equals to given weight of the element, yes, upon molar mass of the element. Understood? So that is what this becomes your W by M. So when I can solve it, I'll get the answer as 52 grams, which is given value upon molar mass. The molar mass is how much? 4 grams. So 4 over here, 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. Yes, so I get the number of moles is 13 moles. Clear? So the number of moles in 52 grams of helium are going to be 13. The formula for number of moles is given weight of the element upon molar mass of the element, and that is going to give you the number of moles. Yes? Is this clear? Hi, Chaman Singh. Hello. Okay, now let's move on to the second sum. Calculate the number of moles. Again, I have to calculate the number of moles. We already know the number of moles is equals to given weight upon molar mass. Very good. So what do we do over here, ma'am? What do we do? I don't have the weight that is given to me. I have 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 number of helium atoms. Oh my god, atoms is given to you. Now, should it be difficult? No, it is very simple. Same. The formula now will have just one. Number of moles is equals to number of particles, and this is the number of atoms that are given to you. Yes. Upon Avogadro's number. That is right. Upon Avogadro's number. And that is nothing but N naught. That's right. So let's do it. What is the given number of particles, guys? It is 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So this and this cancel. And guys, when you look at 6.022 and you look at 12.044, doesn't it sound little familiar? Yes. Let's see what is the familiarity. If I double 6.022, should I get the number as 12.044? Let's try. 6.022 plus 6.022 and 2 plus 2 4, 2 plus 2 4, 0.6 plus 6 12. Oh my god, yes, in the sense what? This ones are and this twos are. Voila, I get 2 moles. So the number of moles present in 12.044 into 10 raised to 23 number of helium atoms is 2 moles. Understood? So the statement is very necessary when it comes in the examination. Right? Bhumi Singh. Oh my god, Bhumi, thank you so much. If till here you have any doubts, you can let me know. Let me know, let me know, no. So let's move to the next one. Okay. So calculate the mass of the following 0.5 mole of N2 gas. So over here, I'm going to find the mass from mole of a molecule. Yes, and how do I do that, ma'am? How do I do that? So we all know that molar mass of nitrogen, molar mass of nitrogen is 14 grams because the relative atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 units, right? But over here I don't have just N, I have N2, I have atmospheric nitrogen. So what does it become? Molar mass of N2 becomes 14 into 2, right? That is equals to nothing but 28 grams. So I get the molar mass of N2 as 28 grams. Yes, ma'am. Sorted. Then what do I need to find out? I need to find out 0.5. And I know what is 0.5? That is the half of 1. Right? So can I say the mass of N2 gas in 0.5 mole is equals to 28 by 2. Right? Because 0.5 is nothing but half. So I divided by 2 and I get the answer as 14 grams. So the mass of N2 gas in 0.5 moles is 14 grams. That is it. Just simple division by 2. And even if you find this difficult, you can just go by another method. And that is this one. So you can just write as mass of N2 is equals to moles of N2, yes, into molar mass of N2. So how many moles of N2 do we have to find out? 0.5 moles. And what is the molar mass? That the molar mass is 28 grams. So when I solve this, I'll get the answer as 14 grams. Clear? Yes. So both the ways you can solve it depending on whatever is easier for you. Clear, everybody? Yash, is it clear? Hi, custom highlight. Hi, Ruchizope. Hello. So when I am asked 0.5 moles, what is 0.5? 1 mole का अगर आप आधा करोगे तो कितना होगा? 0.5. Yes, 0.5 plus 0.5 is how much? 1, right? So 1 mole का आधा is 0.5. So what do? I knew if it would be 1 mole of any substance is the molar mass of that substance, and the molar mass of N2 is how much? 28 grams. So half mole will be what? Divided by 2. And I get the answer as 14 grams. Or if not this, you can go with mass of N2 is equals to mole of N2 into molar mass of nitrogen, and you get the answer. Okay, so you can go for any one of them. Alright, this is more simple, yeah? Now over here I have 0.5 moles of N atoms. Right, so what is my molar mass of nitrogen? Guys, what is my molar mass of nitrogen? My molar mass of nitrogen is 14 grams. Yes, ma'am. I know 1 mole of nitrogen is going to contain 14 grams. Yes. So how much is 0.5 moles of nitrogen going to contain? So I can directly cross multiply over here. Yes, you can directly cross multiply. So let's write it down. It becomes 14 into 0.5 is equals to mass of my N atom in 0.5 mole. So when I multiply 14 into 0.5, I get the answer as 7 grams. This is it. This is it, guys. Bas itna hi. You just have to cross multiply and you get the answer. Yes. Or you can just write down this as moles of N into molar mass of N, the last formula that we used. It is 0.5 into 14, that is nothing but 7 grams. Clear? Yes. I hope it is clear to everybody. Yes. Let's move on to the next problem. Little difficult, but it is very easy. What is it? Compute the number of ions present in 5.85 grams of sodium chloride. That is right. What is sodium chloride, guys? What is sodium chloride? It is NaCl. So before doing anything, I need to know the molar mass of NaCl, right? Yes. So let's calculate the molar mass of NaCl. What is the molecular mass? What is the mass, atomic mass of Na? Na का कितना होता है? It is 23 units, but I'm going to write it in grams because we are doing molar mass. Plus chlorine. Chlorine is 35.5 grams. It becomes molar mass, which gives me the value as 58.5 grams. So I can say 1 mole of NaCl contains 58.5 grams of sodium chloride. Yes. Aha, absolutely correct, ma'am. So, but what I have to find out now? Now over here, I have to find out the number of ions. To finding out the number of ions, it is very simple. So, can I say 58.5 gram of NaCl has 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 ions? Yes. Yes, ma'am. But. Into 2. Okay, why? Because I have 2 ions, that is Na and Cl minus. So, इसीलिए into 2. So, let's calculate. So, it has 5.85 grams of NaCl, has number of ions equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 into 2 into 5.85 upon 58.5. That will give you the answer as 12.044 into 10 raised to 22, which you can also write as 1.2044 into 10 raised to 23. And this is it. This is it, guys. Let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, so what did we study today? We studied cation and anion. So we studied about cations and anions. So cations are always positive, and if you have difficulty remembering that, CATIONS. Yes, the T over here is plus symbol, which automatically tells us this cation is something which has a positive charge. Now, if you have any doubts in solving the numericals, this is the slide that you can go to, and all of your doubts will be cleared. Okay, so for example, we have moles of elements over here, we have atom of elements, and we have mass of the element. So कुछ भी find out करना है, we just have to correlate between them and we get the answer. It is simple. It is simple division. For example, the number of moles I have to find out. So what do? I take the mass of the element. I take the mass of the element upon the given mass of the element. Yeah, upon the molar mass. Simple. I get the number of moles. Yes, this we already know. So number of moles is equals to what this small m says, given mass. So the given mass which will be given to you in the problem upon capital M, which is the molar mass. Clear? Yes. Similarly, if you need to find out about N is the number of atoms. So what do? You directly take the number of moles which are given to you, multiply it with Avogadro's number, and you are going to get the number of atoms. Simple. Next, if you want to find the mass of the element, so what do, ma'am? Mass of the elements ke liye you have been given the number of moles, multiply it by the molar mass as we were just doing. Yes, and you will get the answer. Okay, so if there is any problem, you are not able to understand which formula to use, just go and refer the slide and everything will be chuck. Absolutely. Okay, yes, so for the study session, for continuing the atoms and molecules ka Menti quiz is going to happen. The Menti quiz for atoms and molecules is going to happen on 23rd of November. Yes, we will have a Menti quiz on atoms and molecules on YouTube at 1 p.m. Okay, I'll see you then. Tab tak ke liye bye. Enjoy your Diwali. Stay at home and stay safe. Okay. Yes, children party. I'll see you next time. Tab tak ke liye take care of yourselves.